Have you ever thought about the main villain in the Mario series, Bowser, being defeated for good? If not, I will try my best to reconsider your thoughts. Hello ladies, gentlemen, grandmas and grandpas of all ages, and I welcome you all to this video, where the crazy and absurd theory of Bowser being dead is on today's program. You might say that Bowser is defeated in every game he is represented in, so why would what I now have to say make any difference at all? Why would something deep exist within a peaceful franchise like Mario? Well, let's take a look at some interesting clues. Bear in mind, this theory is not made by me. I rather found it on Google while I was browsing through Luigi's Mansion theories, and I've given my own thoughts on what was written. In order to understand this theory, we have to know about not only Bowser but King Boo as well, as those two have a strong connection in Luigi's Mansion. But how can we know about King Boo? As King Boo only appears in Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2, and in some spin-off games, we really know nothing about his past. Or do we? Now, normal Boos first appeared in Super Mario Bros. 3, and later on came back in Super Mario World. In this game, ghost house levels were also represented. It's obvious that King Boo and the Boos have a connection, since King Boo is their king after all. Well, while they lived peacefully, Mario suddenly appeared one day and caused chaos among the undead family. This would also affect King Boo himself, of course, and explain the hatred he has against Mario and his brother, and could also explain why he chose to kidnap Mario in Luigi's Mansion. Furthermore, in Luigi's Mansion, there exists a question among the fans. Before the final battle with the king, he states that Mario had caused him a lot of trouble in the past, which is confusing since King Boo never actually appeared in any of the previous Mario games. Well, considering King Boo was affected by Mario's invited visit in Super Mario World and onwards, this could be the answer to that question. But we will get back to this in a minute. Now we need to talk a bit about our fire-breathing friend. We know Bowser usually is defeated by falling into the lava, but thinking for a moment or two, would that actually kill Bowser? He spits fire after all, so would he be vulnerable to heat at all? It isn't before Paper Mario 64 that things get interesting. In this game, Bowser is defeated by standing on a platform above the clouds before it explodes into pieces. If the explosion itself wouldn't kill Bowser, there is no way he could survive the fall. It's even stated on a sign in the very end of the game that Bowser was badly beaten and will likely never return. We're sure of it, almost positive. This indicates that Bowser's defeat in this game was at least brutal, and it kind of hints towards Bowser being killed. But wait, there's more. The next Mario/Luigi game released was Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. The story in this game is simple. Luigi wins a mansion in a competition he never entered, and when he gets there, he is informed by this guy named Professor Elvin Jad that Mario was captured in that very mansion, which also is haunted. Throughout the game you collect 5 of Mario's belongings, being a shoe, a glove, a letter, a cap and a star. About halfway through the game, after finding all 5, you show them to one of the few friendly ghosts in the game, the fortune teller Madame Clairvoya. You show her one object at a time, and she gives you a bit of information about your captured brother. However, what she says about the final object is fairly interesting. What is this? Bowser! How can it be? I see the hideous form of Bowser. Is Bowser somewhere in this mansion? I cannot believe it. And yet I see it. I thought that Mario had soundly defeated Bowser. Has King Boo somehow revived Bowser? This could be horrible. Well, for you. This text gives us yet another reason to believe that Bowser is dead. Remember, Luigi's Mansion was the next game of Mario and Luigi after Paper Mario 64, and since there are connections between the two games, you can kind of call it a sequel in some way. The fortune teller in Luigi's Mansion mentioning Bowser's death, which probably is a direct connection between the events in Paper Mario 64. Furthermore, in Paper Mario, Luigi mentioned in his diary that he wished he had his own adventure, referring to the upcoming Luigi's Mansion game. Also, if you look very closely, Neville, the first portrait ghost in Luigi's Mansion, is reading a book called Mario's Story, being the Japanese name of Paper Mario. These connections tell us that these two games at least have something in common. Moving back on topic, assuming Bowser is dead, it would explain why King Boo is using a fake Bowser in the final battle. Now this is where all of the possible conclusions come into place. 1. Bowser was defeated for good in Paper Mario 64, but was, as said by the fortune teller, revived by King Boo. But instead, King Boo is only using Bowser's body to control, and is possibly doing the same in every Mario game to follow. Are you fighting Bowser in Mario Sunshine? Or are you fighting King Boo hiding inside a dragonish shelter? 2. Bowser never actually existed. It was rather King Boo inside a mechanic Bowser outfit all the time, trying to convince the Koopas that he was their leader. 3. Bowser did in fact die in Paper Mario 64, but was revived by King Boo, and continued to do so in every game to follow. What if Bowser was revived by the King of Ghosts every time he was defeated, resulting in a never-ending life of evil, while the Bowser in Luigi's Mansion was only a fake mechanic copy? 4. And probably the theory I believe in the most out of these. What if King Boo and Bowser are one and the same? If Bowser was killed in Paper Mario 64, it would only make sense for his ghost to return in the next game to follow up the story from the previous installment of Mario. This could also be a very good explanation why he tells Mario how he caused him so much trouble in the past, as he is referring to himself while he still was alive. So, in Luigi's Mansion he built a mechanic version of himself to defeat Luigi. Furthermore, both characters are kings, King Boo, King Koopa, and not to mention Bowser's laugh in Super Mario 64 is a slowed down version of the Boo laugh. But of course, taking into consideration that Neville is in fact reading a book called Mario's Story, and everything in Paper Mario is made out of paper, it could mean that the whole story in the Paper Mario games are just a piece of a book that people like Neville enjoys reading in front of the fireplace. Or could all this be just too absurd or deep for a Mario franchise? Even though it seems like it, the pieces seem to fit well together. That is all I have for this theory, and what are your thoughts on this? Is Bowser dead? Are you playing as King Boo while you thought you were playing as Bowser? Make sure to tell me in the comments, and as I said previously, I'm not the creator of this theory, I've just given my own thoughts to it. If you enjoyed to watch this video, don't forget to click the little button below this video called like to support this video, share a comment of your thoughts, and click here to subscribe or the little subscribe button below to stay up to date with all the videos I make. And you can click on your favorite character on screen right now to be taken to another gaming mystery video. Also, in the description box below, you will find a link to the playlist of the gaming mysteries where you can watch all of the episodes. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.